Hello and welcome to another excuse me, another edition of What to Read today. What have I got for you to read? It depends on the mood you are in. If you are in a mood for something light and airy, that's not today. If, however, you are in the mood to read something about a culture that considers women to be less than, and not just less than, punished for wanting to be more than. The book I've got for you today is Rebel, aptly titled Rebel. This is the story of Rahaf Mohammed, my escape from Saudi Arabia to freedom. It's written by Rahaf and it chronicles her own personal journey, born in Saudi Arabia to an upper wealthy family. She enjoyed all the perks growing up as a child. She lived in a big house with lots of rooms and nannies and drivers. All was good until the year she turned towards 9 and 10 years old. She started to see some of the restrictions being placed on her for being a female. She couldn't play with the boys, her brothers, like her own brothers. She couldn't ask, or she did ask, but she wasn't going to be bought a bike because she's a girl. She had to cover up her face, which is, for many of us, is synonymous with Islamic religion. And then she needed a guardian. If she needed to go to the mall, she needed her brother to go with her or a male presence. And so she started to question all of this. Like, why? Why can't I just go out when I want to? Why can't I, as a child, play on the streets or outside with my brothers? And as she started to question all of this, she started to hatch a plan to flee the country. One thing that struck me in this book, I keep saying, sometimes we read these things and we go, oh, that was in the past. Things have changed. This book is about her escape from Saudi Arabia in 2019. 2019, 7 years ago. Only 2019. Read this book to understand how society, religion, tradition, and culture puts limitation on a group of people. In her case, it's for being female. In some other culture or tradition, it could be for being maybe disabled or for not having the wealth and connections and the financial means. She was able to flee from her family had gone to Kuwait on a holiday and she was able to flee and she got asylum granted to her while she was at the airport in Bangkok. So she flew from Kuwait to Bangkok and then she got asylum there. No, not in Bangkok, Canada took her in. I'm impressed by her bravery, extremely impressed of her bravery at 18 years old, knowing to do this. I'm also, am I annoyed? I'm also culture that just because you're born somewhere, you need to remain there and you need to abide by the decision. After reading this book and I thought about it critically, this is what I think. It's okay if you have a culture, a religion, a tradition that you want to follow, that ask people to abide by these rules. What I quarrel with or suggest is ask people who would like globally, if you would love to abide by these sort of rules, you'd like to live in this sort of climate, remain in the country, stay here with us or come into the country. If you don't like these rules, if you think these are rules or conditions you disagree with, by all means, feel free, leave. That is what I think is the best way to deal with this, because we can't really hold grudges as to how people want to live their lives, as to how what they want to believe in. What I do disagree personally with is making it mandatory, making it compulsory for someone else like me who do not agree with to comply. Rebel, my escape from Saudi Arabia to freedom. Freedom was or is Canada. It's a good read. It illuminates our eyes and our minds to some of the things happening around the world, for which many of us who are not exposed to this sort of life, we should consider ourselves privileged. One, so that's one. The other part of it is we should try our best to ensure this stops happening. So until next time on What to Read Today, as per usual, keep well and keep reading. I'll see you next time. Bye.